Hey guys, so classmate asked, given an equation, how can we tell what conic section it is? So before we begin, let's actually understand what is a conic section. A conic section is a figure formed by the intersection of a plane and a right circular cone. Depending on the angle of the plane with respect to the cone, a conic section may be a circle, an ellipse, a parabola, or a hyperbola. Now that we know what conic sections are, let's try to find their differences. To differentiate between each type, we do so by asking three simple questions, with each focusing on the squared terms of the equation. To remember the questions, just think of the acronym BOSS, B-O-S. First question is, are both variables squared? If yes, go to the next step. If no, it's a parabola. Our second question is, do the squared terms have opposite signs? If yes, it's a hyperbola. If no, then go to the next step. Our third question is, are the squared terms multiplied by the same number? If yes, it's a circle. If no, it's an ellipse. Let's look at some examples. Let's say we have the equation 3x squared plus 3y squared minus 6x plus 9y minus 14, and we are asked to figure out what kind of conic section it is. Before we even complete the square, we can understand what kind of conic section it is by asking our three questions. First, are both variables squared? Yes, they are. We can see here we have x squared, and here we have y squared. So that means we go on to our next step. Second, do both squared terms have opposite signs? No, they don't, because see here we have positive 3x squared plus another positive 3y squared. So we go on to the next step. And finally, do these squared terms have the same coefficient? Yes, they do. We have a 3 in front of both the x squared and the y squared. So this means our conic section is a circle. Let's see another example. Let's say we have the equation 6x squared plus 12x minus y plus 15 equals 0. Remembering our acronym BOSS, let's see if both variables are squared. Well, in this equation, we only have one squared term, 6x squared. Therefore, we can ignore the next two questions and already know this is going to be a parabola. Here's another example. X squared plus 2y squared plus 4x plus 2y minus 27 equals 0. So again, we have our BOSS, and then let's see, are both our variables squared? Yes, we have an x squared and also a y squared. So let's go on to the next question. Do our variables have opposite signs? Well, no. See, they're both positive. We have positive x squared and then a positive 2y squared. So we go on to the next question. Now, do these squared terms have the same coefficient? Well, actually, they don't, because here we have the 2 in front of the y squared, and here we have an assumed 1. Therefore, we know that this is going to be an ellipse. Now for our final example, x squared minus y squared plus 3x minus 2y minus 43 equals 0. Again, let's do our BOSS and see if both our variables are squared. Yes, we have an x squared and a y squared. So let's go on to the next question. Now, do both variables have opposite signs? Yes, they do. In fact, our x squared is a positive here, but our y squared is a negative. Therefore, we can ignore our last step and already know that this is going to be a hyperbola. I hope this video helped you in understanding the differences between conic sections and recognizing them in problems.